so quick because I was dealing with the divorce and trying to deal with the lawyers and what was going on with the property and all that stuff. And at the same time, dealing with people breaking into the house and
So is the arguing like this between the two of you a normal occurrence?
No.
No, this is the first time you guys escalated to this point?
Nope. So there was one other argument, and that was the one I was trying to tell you about that, but she got mad at me because I asked a question that didn't add up, and she went nuts. And she said she was leaving. I said, okay, if you're going to leave, I said, that's it. I'm not going to do this. Once you leave, that's it. We're not coming back. And she flipped out. Called her sister, which is probably the one that called you. She said the same thing. Oh, this is going to get ugly. And I'm like, whoa. I even told her, I said, you can get all your stuff. And she literally packed it up. I said, you can come get your vehicle whenever. I said, or I can haul it over for you. I said, I don't know why you think you can't just get your stuff. And then I said, well, can I get my phone back? Because I bought that phone for her because hers was old and she kept complaining that it was so slow. That's why she would never message me or,
So, but otherwise then tonight, though, when this all started, you were just in that chair recording the whole incident.
Yeah, so it started...
Nothing broke or nothing?
No. Just...
Literally, this
verbal argument, she packs up and
yeah.
Her sister out front?
Huh?
Just a verbal argument between the two of you guys and she packed up and...
Yeah, even her mom was on the phone and we were recording it. And
why was she crying? Why was your girlfriend crying?
Probably because she just sat here and said that she loves me and that she's not the one that was stealing my stuff. And I said, well, if it's not you, I said, it's somebody over there. I said, and I said, honest to God, I would not stay there. I said, I would go to your friend's house, Nicole's. He said she had an apartment and she's there by herself. I said, because honestly, I said, Amelia, which is her daughter, I said, that she's staying there. I said, you're worried about OCS all the time. I said, if something is going on over there bigger than this, people messing with me, I said, if they find out and go there, I said, that's going to be terrible for you. Mm-hmm. I said, you got to think about your daughter first.
What's your daughter's name?
That's not my daughter. It's not even my kid, man.
That's her kid?
Yeah. It is hard, dude, because she's attached. I got attached to her, and she's attached to me. It is hard, man.
What's her kid's name?
Amelia. Honest to God, they always just call her Mia, man.
All right, what's Amelia's last name?
As much as I know Lawrence, man.
What is it?
Lawrence. L-O-R-E-N-T-E.
Do you know her date of birth?
Give me a second, man.
All right, take your time.
It's hard to be played twice in your life. Then you add a kid to it, man. I guess not even my kid, but man, I don't know what it is, but
yeah, I gotcha.
That's my biggest thing. That honest is you can't put a kid, especially a little kid like her, in a situation, especially if there's a chance of it not being okay. That's all I ever want.
Hey Ray, I got a question. Why were those firearms out?
Because I've literally, like I was trying to tell you, man, for about 8 months since my wife came out and said she cheated on me the entire time we were married since the day I asked her out, and it ended up leading back to some not so friendly people out there, which I didn't know until...
but they weren't used tonight in the altercation between your girlfriend or at all?
No, literally you can even go look at some of these police reports. I keep that AR, I bought that AR because I was literally being followed and boxed in at freaking cars anywhere I'd go after freaking 10 o'clock, man.
And you just keep it there on your kitchen table just cause? Or...
Well, yeah, because literally the point is, man, out in Big Lake, they come over my fence, try to come over my fence. Even when I was home, they started getting that ballsy. And man, when you're getting boxed in, when you're going to get a boxed pizza to feed your girlfriend and the kid, and they box you in at cars, and you're sitting there wondering what the hell, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, all 4 of them go reaching for stuff what you supposed to do, you know? I had
But
to.
you didn't use it to scare your girlfriend or anything
No,
like that.
sir.
Okay. All right. What was Amelia's date of birth? You know.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to think. It was just right before I had met them at our friend's house.
Or approximately how old is she?
May 2019.
How you doing? How you been?
My name's Lee.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
So she's a year, just I think about a year and a half.
Yeah.
Oh
You need
no,
my butter.
He's coming here to get her.
April.
He'll be here in about 15 minutes.
Okay.
Aries. What's Aries, guys?
Just for tonight.
Aries. Anybody know what the year? I'm sorry.
All right.
We were just talking about signs
Did
and
this trooper here got all your information?
I just need a
Contact
phone
him?
number for you.
90. Okay,
What's your dog's name?
Samson.
Samson.
oh, it's on this one. I just got a new number because my SIM card locked up and
He's one
I think if you just go into settings and phone info, it should pop up right there.
you do understand if I do that my video stops, sir.
That's alright.
Is it a possibility?
Might be on the back.
There's that little tag in the back there.
Some model. I don't know because you had to do it online. You buy the card and do that. If I can maybe grab this phone and see if it'll turn on the record. I'm not. Being honest to God, dude. I even texted Trooper Yoder last night, dude. I said I'm getting scared to the point.
Did you text them on that phone?
No, that's the sad thing. She has the phone that it was text on because like I just got this phone activated today because my phone has been off for 2 days because the SIM went something and it needed a PUK code, which is on the little cards that you buy when you buy them from the store. I always just throw those away. I didn't know you needed those. You never need those. I've never had a SIM card lock up or do whatever. So,
Yeah. Why don't you try to call? You can try to call this phone here. It should. Still
that's what I
record
was gonna
through
do.
this
I
phone.
know we can find. The problem is if I call, this recording stops. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
And to be honest, you guys are surrounding me like I'm about to get shot, and it's scaring the heck. It's scaring the heck out of me, man.
Yeah.
You can take those and move
Yeah,
them
put it
wherever
in the
you
back
want to.
and-
You understand? You know what I'm saying?
So I guess not to interject, but this is a rifle here, and there was a round in the chamber.
Yes, sir.
And the gun.
Yes,
The handgun
yep.
was loaded, and you you're slurring your speech a little bit, like you took some bong hits or something.
No, see, sir.
Or
I only started slurring my words when I got emotional thinking about Amelia, and I'm sorry about that. But he did ask that already. It's on video, and I haven't been slurring my words, sir. It is emotional. You got to understand. I've been doing this 8 months plus,
Okay.
and
So,
it does get
I guess the
emotional.
reason I bring it up is because you're not really supposed to be controlling firearms if you've been drinking or if you're intoxicated, and being that you're sitting here and there's guns on the kitchen counter, that seems
Well, you do understand this. I just been staying here for 3 days.
okay.
Like
So,
have.
what, for 3 days were the guns on the counter there?
Yeah,
Did you get
literally,
off-
they just stay out here because that's where they are.
counter?
Yo, just even on the table sometimes. They just sit somewhere where the kid can't get them.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because I
Well,
don't
you're being
have a.
safe with that. You got that going tonight. So.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
gonna put these.
Yeah, that's fine, you
got
can
your
take 'em.
brother. Where's a good place? A good safe place? Like a closet somewhere, or
You can stick them in that up there or in that closet. You see what I'm saying, sir?
I'll let him know what's up.
I'm good.
yeah.
All right, man. So it sounds like you guys are going to be separated for the rest of the night, right? That's what it sounds
Yeah,
like. That's
obviously,
what-
probably.
that's
It's
It
probably.
obviously sounds like it's going to be for the best tonight.
Well, no, I'm proud. Honest, it's gonna be over. So
Okay.
I even told her. I said we can. I can get the truck moved out of in front of the Yukon, and I said I'd even pay for it to have it towed to her mom's house, so that
So
you don't
you're,
have to worry
you're going
about
to
it.
stay here for the rest of the night then?
Yeah, this is where I plan
We
on
just want to
staying.
make sure. I mean, if this is what you guys, I mean, whatever happens with the two of you in the future, that's up to you guys. We're not going to get involved with that, but we just want to make sure if you guys are good to stay separated for the night.
That was your girlfriend's mom's?
Vehicle.
Came here?
Yes, and her sister.
Or her sister and mom?
Yeah, I
Okay.
believe her sister's 2, Even though, you know, her car, I think the one drove her car.
Gotcha.
I believe that probably was her sister that took off with the car, and her mom was probably still here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Miss Lorenz.
Do you have anything else you want to talk to him about?
No, me and Charles got a plan, so I think maybe you can bail.
Yeah, it's sad because I even went to the point of asking my own damn brother why he was going through my stuff, because I literally, even here at my dad's, I was like, dang, okay, this is gonna be peaceful, man. I'm gonna get to relax. You know, nobody's gonna mess with me. And still, my bags kept getting into, and they kept getting moved. And I'm like, man, what? Not my family's not messing, you know, with my stuff also. And it's because what happened was, to be honest with you, is that I stumbled onto that stupid, whatever they call it out there, band of thieves that was running around. And the first time I ever knew that was almost 2.5 years after we just bought that house out there. And I was joking because I was coming home from work and I seen all these troopers on the side of the road, and I pulled in the gas station with the tenant that always works there. I was like, hey man, I said, you got some buddies waiting for you after you get off work, you know, give him a hard time. He's like, oh no, he said, man, he said that band of thieves is back again, breaking into businesses and stuff. And I was like, I said, what do you mean? A band? I said, that means that's a gang of thieves? He said, yeah, dude, it was bad. And he said it stopped for about 2 years, which would have been the first 2 years I moved in there, because they had busted a bunch of them, I guess, and they were in jail. And he's like, yeah, they just got out not too long ago. And I was like, oh. I was like, man, okay. And then it wasn't shortly after that, I had to run somebody off in the middle of the night, 2 a.m. They had a car sitting in front of my driveway. And the only reason why I seen it is because I could see the exhaust, because it was in winter. And then I hear somebody climbing my fence. And so I let the dogs out, came out, and then jumped in my car because the car took off. I literally chased them all the way to Pittman and recorded it. I was sitting there and I was like, I don't know. Watched their buddies pull in. They got mad. They got so mad, man, they almost hit there was 3 of them. They almost hit each other because they're getting so mad, because, you know, it's one way there if you go out by the strip mall. And I just was sitting in Tesoro parking lot videotaping. I said, and then they did. They took off back towards there because they left their buddy out there who was hopping. What they were doing, what I found out is they drop them off on the street on the back, and they run through all the houses, and they send the car up front so that they can go to the car. Well, when I chased the car off, their poor buddy was sitting out there in -20. That's when it was last year, and a little over a year now, about a year. And I was like, he's getting cold, so they're gonna have to do something. And sure enough, as soon as that white 4Runner came in that parking lot, starts doing Brody's, they run to the end, come back, and I just was recording, and then they took off. They went to the light, and I let them take off. They turned. I let them turn, give them a head start, and then I turned because they went back towards Big Lake. Come in. They went right back into my housing unit. They turned off their lights as soon as they turned down Fox, both of them. And so I sat out on a road. It's a one-way. And there were only one person in each vehicle. And so the car came out, the black Malibu, and it drove by one person. And here came that white 4Runner. 2 people. He didn't turn on his lights till after he pulled up onto Big Lake Lodge Road, and he turned on his lights. And then I pulled behind him and I was videotaping him. As soon as he seen me behind him, he slammed on his brakes, hit his gas, whipped around, and I just sat there recording, and he comes barreling at me like he's playing chicken. And I just sat there, and I had my pistol on the window, and then he slowed down right before he got to my bumper, comes up, starts driving real slow by my window, and he seen the gun, and he hit his gas. He ended up going in the ditch, back out, and I left it at that. Well, then after that, you can go look back on Facebook. I posted about it, and I called it. I said, I don't know. I said somebody, and I did the whole story, and I told Zane down there chasing him, you wouldn't believe I don't use Facebook a whole lot. I don't do the social media. I barely know how to work my phone. And I literally had over 600 likes, 400 comments from people around Big Lake saying, thank you, I appreciate it. It's about time somebody did something. And I replied back, I said, you guys just let these guys run you guys? I said, I'm not that person. I said, I worked my butt off to get where I was. I said, and to just let somebody come in and try to steal from me, I said, you guys have it tough. I said, because as if you come in here, I said, I will chase you down. I said, if you're trying to steal from my neighbors, I said, I will chase you down. I said, because I'm not okay with that. People work very hard for their money. You know, everybody's time's worth something. And I said, I don't know, understand. I said, why don't they're putting all this time and effort to steal from people and hide it. And they're doing a lot more work than it is just to go get a job. Literally, if they put the effort into a job that they put into trying to steal from people, it's 3 times less stressful, less work to just go to work. You know what I'm saying? And and then from there, dude, it was like, maybe I called them out. Because I said, you know what, if you come back, you know, if you're going to come trying to steal from me, it's going to be a lot harder than you think. And I ain't just going to sit back. You know, you're not just going to try and jump my fence. I mean, now you're putting my life in danger. My wife at the time, I didn't know what she was doing. Just my wife, you know. Loved her to death. 5 years, man. 5 years. And after that, it ramped up. I was getting followed to the edge of Big Lake Road. And then when I caught him and found out that it happened to be my neighbor who was getting in what they were doing, and I didn't understand, is every time I'd start my truck to go to work, the neighbor would jump in his truck, his little old school Ram Charger, the SUV, white, beat up, and he would take off. And finally, I was like, man, this is awful weird every time. Didn't matter what I was doing, what time of the day I left. Every time. On Super Bowl Sunday, we were supposed to go to DOC's Super Bowl party in Anchorage. And I happened to just redo our washer and dryer area and tiled it because we got new washers and dryers. And I didn't have the right plumbing piece, so I had to have the water shut off. Well, my wife went to her mom's and took a shower to get ready. And I was out trying to get parts, so I finally got it on. I said, okay, she's getting upset. We're going to be late, you know, with Menor. I said, okay, well, you can go. I said, I got to take a shower. I haven't took a shower in 2 days, and we're going to a party, a big old party, you know. I said, and then, man, as soon as I did that day, I said, man, and I thought to myself, today'd be the perfect day, too, because I said, everybody knows it's Super Bowl Sunday. Everybody knows that if you're leaving, you're probably going to a Super Bowl party. And how long is the Super Bowl? 4 hours? Perfect timing. But when I hit my truck and started it to warm up, he had jumped in his rig and took off. Well, so I decided to go and follow. And I found out is that he was going down to a side street, parking that SUV and jumping into that black Malibu and then coming back in. And when he seen that I found out, they went go crazy. He got got the SUV, and what he didn't realize is that I was sitting over in where the old Three Bears parking lot was, and I watched him pull back in, because I was like, I figured maybe he was over there at his friend's. I didn't know he lived there, you know, because he would only show up once a day, and he wouldn't stay there. He was never there overnight. He'd always just show up in the morning, or seemed to be basically right before I would be going to work, they would show up. And it was always on specific days. And, man, dude, I followed him. It was weird because he pulls into his driveway, and when I was pulling by, dude, they both flipped their chairs back, went like this, and I turned around at the end of the street, came back, and they were just trying to get out, dude. They dropped below the SUV and then hid because they kitty cornered it and then walked in the house. I never got the video of their faces, and then after that, dude, it ramped up. they were following me 3 cars at a time. Literally have hours and hours of videos of people following me every time I'd leave my house. Every time I'd open my gate, dude, they would follow me. And you can hear it. I tell everybody, all the troopers that I've ever been in contact with this year, I tell them because, dude, I was getting to a point, literally, they were boxing me in at the store. I'd go to a gas station, be completely empty. I'd pull in, stop, turn off my truck for 2 minutes. The next thing you know, there'd be 6 or 7 of them. Whew. And I would leave. 'Cause I did not, I mean, there's only so much you can do when people are literally, there's 4 or 5 of them. And at one point, dude, they were circling around my house, trying to scare me. Well, they found out I don't scare very easy. I'm sorry, but what I work for, I want to protect. You understand what I'm saying? I work very hard to get where I'm at. And it got taken away like that because of this divorce. And on top of that, dude, they've been hounding me, and I don't even know why. All because I called them out. I hurt their pride. Maybe I found out too much about them because I started looking into it because it's obviously been a problem out there for a while from the sounds of it, and I wish I never would have bought my house out there, to be honest with you. I do. It's caused me nothing but problems. Stupid problems. To a point where, dude, they were hopping my fence so much, dude, it caved in the corner where they were coming out, and I saw on video with the trooper that came out to investigate when they first broke into my house, and he's like, holy cow, dude, they've walked a path through the woods that's joined up to your deal, because there's a one lot there that has its all wooded area, and they had trampled so many paths into it coming over my gate, man. It was bad.
Yeah.
Point they stole Abigail's service dog. Stole a service dog.
Yeah, he's still young.
Came into my house, didn't touch the TVs that were sitting in there, nothing, but took the service dog. And then when we started posting it on Facebook that it was a service dog and that's actually a felony, and if somebody could just please just drop her off in the middle of the night, I said, we don't care. Let's bring her back. All we want is to be safe, you understand? Like I said, and it's just like, holy cow.
Yeah, crazy.
Why would somebody want to?
We're gonna be out of here. Thanks for the stories and for being just kind of being chill. Appreciate
That's
that.
because, like I said, dude, I'm
like I
not
said,
here to ruin
about the
nobody's
guns, sir,
life.
about the guns, yeah, if you're gonna
Hey,
be taking stuff, don't be controlling guns if you're high or been drinking or stuff like that. Okay.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Now that this is all happening, so
Sure.
her sister used to work for a gun manufacturer in Illinois,
Uh-huh.
and when she came up here, she had bringing a. Now, don't get me wrong, because I'm not proficient on ARs, but it's
Yeah.
the lower.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
lower part.
Yep.
Yep. Well, she was wanting. I asked her, since she worked at a gun manufacturer, she was needing money. She just got up here, so I said, "Hey, I'll pay you to clean my gun. It's been a long time. I don't know nothing about them. She would take that thing apart in less than a minute.
Yeah.
It was insane."
Yeah.
So she started cleaning it. Well, then because she had her lower and she didn't have anything else, she was asking. She wanted to see, can I put your stuff on mine? Look, I didn't know. My girlfriend's sister.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I thought it was badass. She worked at a gun manufacturer, right? And she could take this AR apart in less than a minute, dude. And I was like, holy cow, you're badass. Well, over the period of this last month, she was, because of the whole Trump thing, she started buying more of her pieces, but what she couldn't get was a charging handle, which is the deal at Rack's back, right?
Yep.
I used to hunting guns. That's all I ever owned until I bought that because of the stuff happened out there.
All right. Sorry to interrupt, Ray.
Yes,
but,
sir.
Just to let you know what's going on, we're good to go from here. There's nothing being reported between you and your girlfriend tonight. So tonight we're just gonna have you guys separated for the night, okay?
No, I
If
completely
anything, if she
understand.
comes back, or if you guys go at it again, let us know. One of us, whatever you gonna call, but stay separated for the
Gonna
night.
go
All
to
right?
sleep. Shut off my phone,
Good
man.
go.
This
All
is
right,
enough for
Yeah,
me.
good one.
Thank you very much, Ray.
Hey, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.